Okay, now we're going to do our bottom skirts. These ones are on the other skirt layer here. So there's two. We're going to add a layer and we're going to do two separate ones. So the bottom layer you are going to want to be the darker purple. So actually what you could do for the bottom layer is take this layer, copy visible, go here and paste it over the top. Make sure that you got it in the right spot. I'm trying to make sure I got it in the right spot. But her meshes aren't perfect, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as my Juliana skirt, the split one, and see if the bevel shows up. And this one goes here to the pink and green ones. So Juliana split skirt. Also, you want to save these as PSDs. So the other one we should save that as a PSD. And I can just, this one's the whole one, so I'm just going to save that right now as a PSD so I don't forget. Okay, so on this one, the bevel is showing up just barely. So up to you if you want to show up a little more than that. If you want to show up a little more, you go to it and raise it just a tad. And we'll save that. And this is why you like using layers, because you can move them. Yeah, it makes everything a lot easier. Okay, so the bevel shows up a little more. Okay, so now do you want do you want these to be bluish or do you want them to be more okay, so then on this is your split skirt. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the layer of our split skirt, and right here we're going to take our opacity down so we can see the map underneath it. And then we're going to get our whole skirt again and copy it, and we're going to add another layer onto our split skirt, and I'm going to raise it. It ended up in the middle, so I'm going to raise it up here with the arrow and make it on top. I'm going to paste my other skirt, and it didn't, hold on. This one I have to do whole, so copy visible and then paste. So this one you want it to go to that layer. Hmm. Okay, that's not going to work. Undo the paste. I'm going to go to here and I want to copy visible. I just want to, I'm going to take this off. Now I want to copy visible. And go back over here and paste. Because I was getting the black, I didn't want that. So you're going to take this one down to the green. And now you can click this other one and bring your opacity back up. Well, you have to anchor first. So go here and bring your opacity back up. Now on this layer, the top layer, do you want that to be a separate color or the same color? Because we can change the color. On the top one. Well, it'll be the middle one. It'll be this. What color do you want that to be? Okay, so we're going to click this top layer here, go to our colors, and I'm not going to do colorize, I'm going to do hue saturation. That way you get more definition in your colors. It'll change that whole, like some you got highlights in there, so this will keep your highlights. It'll keep more of them. Mhm. Hue saturation. It takes it a while for it to come up. While I'm waiting for it to come up, I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to upload, and hopefully it'll work. Go to C drive. Okay. And hopefully that'll give me a head start. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to just lighten it a little bit. Okay? I just took my lightness up a little bit. And then we'll save that and see if you like it. We already did bevel on the other one, so we don't have to worry about it. Saved a step. And put that in. Okay, now the next thing, if you want to do, you can do your belt, or we can start on your topper jacket. It's up to you. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. There's two belts in here. Okay, I believe that this one is. Let's see if we can, I think that this is your jacket belt. And let me open the other one and see what the other one looks like. Nope, this is the jacket. Has all your, yeah, this all your jacket stuff on it. Okay, so this one is going to be your skirt belt. So what colors do you want that to be? Do you want it to be purple and silver, purple gold, purple black, purple what? Purple and gold? Okay. So you're going to add a layer. The easiest part to start with would be your belt. So what we're going to do is we're going to get your paintbrush. I'm going to zoom it up. And on this one, I'm just going to follow a little circle. And click my shift, go up and over. I'm going to try my bucket fill. Nope. I'm trying hard. That's not nice. That is not nice. Okay, so let's do the same thing on. Yep. So this one, I'm just. This one's just a rectangle. So this one, I'm just gonna go outside the green and fill it. Okay. Now, this is how I do belts. I'm going to duplicate my layer because I want a background layer of purple. Now I'm going to go to my purples and I'm going to get a lighter purple and I'm going to get a small paintbrush and I'm just going to scribble on it here and there. And then I'll get some other color. Yeah, it's going to add some texture. I'm just going to add some little scribbles. You can do scribbles or dots or whatever. And I'm just going to go in the purple family. Okay, now I'm going to go to filters and I'm going to blur it in Gaussian blur. So let's look at it. Okay, I'll blur it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. See, yep, I use that stuff with my fly. Yep. Now I'm going to go to distort and mosaic. Distort, it's on your filters. I'm going to go to mosaic and on my tile size, I'm going to take it all the way down. And you can play with these. You can play with your tile height and your tile spacing and your light direction. You can play with all this stuff, color variation, just however you want it to look. Okay? And what that does is it gives it a little bit of a it sort of kind of makes it look leatherish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge those two together and I am going to just take a little tiny bit here, just a little bit, and I'm going to make it that dark purple again. Okay, and I'm going to bevel. I'm going to bevel that. And I'm going to repeat my bevel. And then I'm going to go to, did I do that on another layer? Where's my layers at? If I didn't, I'm going to have to cut it out. And I didn't. Do you know nothing is on, wait a minute. Nothing, well, just the one. Okay, so because I was stupid and I didn't put it on a separate layer, I'm going to undo all of that. And I'm going to do another layer. So add a layer. Redo everything I just did. Okay, so fill it with my purple. And then I'm going to repeat my bevel. And I'll repeat it one more time. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate my layer. Not that duplicate, just under layers. Duplicate my layer. Transform, flip it horizontally or vertically, and move it. So it's probably way at the bottom. It is. It's way down here. So I'm going to put that on the edge. Okay. And I'm going to merge those together and go back to my layer and duplicate my layer and take both of them and see if they fit. They don't look like they're going to fit. Okay, so I'm going to undo my merge down and just duplicate one of them. And put that one here. And then I'm going to duplicate another one and flip it vertically. And find it wherever it went. Let me see it. Yep. Mhm. You you flipped it and it cut it in half. Mhm. You probably did different rotate. You see there when you go to your rotates, your transform it has flip vertically and horizontally, but it also has rotate clockwise and counterclockwise and 180. Oh, I would have to see what I would have to see what you did. Okay, I'm gonna add another layer. Okay. Now on this middle part here, this is your belt loops. So I'm going to cut, or not cut it, but take my rectangle select, go outside the grain. I'm going to fill it with that dark purple. And then I am going to duplicate my layer. And now I'm going, well, let's use that. I'm going to duplicate my layer. I'm going to go to a black, get a bigger paintbrush. Well, you don't even have to use a paintbrush. You can use your rectangle select. On the outside of it, I'm going to fill it with black, copy it, or a purpley black, paste, and put it on the other side of it. And now I'm going to go to my blur again and blur that up just a tad. And now I'm going to add another layer. Now I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to, as skinny as I possibly can, I am going to just see how it looks like a line. And I'm going to fill that with the lighter purple. And anchor that and blur that. And I want to see it. Okay. And it just gives it a little 3D look. Okay, so now I'm going to add another layer. Now this time I'm going to find a gray, just a light color gray, and get my paintbrush. And what I'm going to do is go take my shift, and I'm just going to paint these. I sure do wish that my bucket fill would work. I'm just going to paint inside of those. And you kind of want to be neat because we're going to do something with it when we're done. And you don't really want to be outside the edges. So I'm going to go and zoom it up a little bit. I already did it. Yep, Hmm? Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm going to do these on the same one, on the same layer, because they're both. This is a rivet, the belt loop holes. So, but what I'm going to use, you can do both at the same time. So, and I'm just going to fill these in. Okay, so they're filled in. And what I'm going to do is right here is called Select by Color Tool. I'm going to select those colors. I am going to go to my gradient. I'm going to take it off of overlay and put it on normal. And then I'm going to select my color and I'm going to slide it down to rounded edge as a silver. And then on this shape, I'm going to put it on shaped dimpled. And then I'm just going to shape it. And it highlights it and shapes it. And then I'm just going to save it. So that's my Juliana belt 2. And I'm also going to name it a PSD. So I'm going to resave it again. Okay. So that is my belt 2. And I think it's right here because her belt's purple and white. And this is purple and white. And there's her belt. So your rivets are silver and your belt buckle is silver and you have your little loops. Okay. And as you can see, it sticks out from all these layers are separate, so they look a little more real. Okay, so I don't remember and I don't want to lose it, so